Okay, the daily Scrum is not a status update meeting. Please. The daily Scrum is not a meeting where developers come to report to nobody. They don't come to report to the Scrum Master. They don't come to report to a product owner. It's not a meeting where they come to report to the dev lead or they come to report to their engineering manager. If that is how your daily Scrum looks like, then you are doing it all wrong. According to the Scrum Guide, please double check. The daily Scrum is a meeting for the developers by the developers, which means that these are the only people that are even required to be in this meeting. Scrum Master, you are not required to be in a daily Scrum. Product owner, you are a nice to have in a daily Scrum, but not required. Engineering manager, you are not needed in the daily Scrum, really. However, if you want to be in the daily Scrum, all these different titles that I've mentioned, it's totally fine, but you should know your place, right? This is a meeting for the developers by the developers, which means that it is a meeting where the developers come together to have a conversation on the progress of their work in terms of, okay, yesterday we committed to this in front of everybody. Are we still on track? Is there any impediments? How do we resolve it so that we are moving forward towards the goal that we have promised to achieve by the end of the sprint? That is the purpose of the meeting. So in this meeting, developers are talking among themselves around the progress and impediments and dependencies. That is it. They are not talking to you, the Scrum Master. They are not talking to you, the product owner. These people can only come in, or they can be helpful if, let's say, for example, the developers have some impediments. They have tried to resolve it on their own, but they're still not able to. And then because it's taking so much or eating up so much of their time, which they could be using this time to do valuable work, then yes, at that point they need the help of a Scrum Master, and then they can be telling the Scrum Master what's going on to see how the Scrum Master can help them. And then as a product owner, maybe the developers are, as they are progressing with the work, they're getting they're blocked, impediments, or they need some further clarification. Maybe they missed something during refinement and during planning, and now they uncover some new findings as they are doing the work. They need clarification. Then yes, they can ask that clarification. They can ask the PO that clarification during the daily Scrum. That is why you should be there as a PO to just help these people if they need your help. Not there to tell them what to do, not there to tell them how to do what they should be doing, which is why you should not be hiring nobody you don't trust them to, or you don't trust in their skills, you don't trust in their capabilities. Project managers, engineering managers, this meeting is not for you to come and collect status updates. No. Let these people do their stuff. It is a meeting for the developers by the developers to check on their work progress, discuss potential risks, issues, which is what we call impediments, and figure out a way to resolve them, and then they go back and continue to do their work. Okay, so if what you are doing is not what I just explained, please double check and see what you are missing and make adjustments. I've even been in a meeting where a developer will communicate their progress of their work, right? They'll communicate their progress of their work to their team members, and then I see the Scrum Master arguing. The Scrum Master is like, no, you cannot say that you spent 3 hours to do just a little wireframe. That shouldn't take any long. Mind you, this Scrum Master is not even technical. The Scrum Master is not even technical, but the Scrum Master was arguing these developers. And what amazed me was how patient the developer was. This particular scenario I'm talking about, the developer was so patient, and then the developer was like, okay, this is exactly what happened, and then the developer took their time to explain to this person how this thing is done, that whatever the person is thinking or saying has no relationship with the reality, you see. So I felt so embarrassed because I was there just to observe and see what's going on, you see. So I was so embarrassed. Don't put yourself in that position. You are not a Scrum mommy. You are a Scrum lead. You are supposed to be a master of Scrum, not a master of the development work. Okay? So let these people do their thing. So yes, and then product owners too. This is not a meeting where you come to count the number of hours developers have spent. Engineering managers. The daily Scrum is not a meeting where you come to count the number of hours developers have spent on the work. No. If you have anything to communicate that is relevant to the work, let them be done. And then during parking lot, you will have your opportunity to say whatever you need to say. But let them first accomplish the purpose of that meeting, so that at the end of the day, the meeting will stay focused and team members will continue to stay engaged, and the value will stay. The value for that meeting will stay. Okay, so I just wanted to share this today. Another common thing that I've heard again regarding this is, what are some of the questions that Scrum Masters may ask so that the meeting don't become a status update meeting? First of all, I just said that as a Scrum Master, you're not even required in this meeting. But I understand that most organizations, Scrum Masters facilitate this session, but that's really not how it should be. Remember, your goal is to help these organizations become self-managing and self-organizing. So if you end up being the standard facilitator, you're not helping them. It defeats the purpose. So what I have done is, in the beginning, right, depending on where they are with their maturity journey, if I see that they don't get it yet, they don't get the purpose of a daily Scrum, what they're doing is not what they're supposed to be doing in the daily Scrum, I can start facilitating the sessions by guiding them, guiding them through. And then once they get it, I would partner with them to agree that, explain to them the value of doing that, by the way, agree that we take turns in facilitating. You see, every sprint, every day, another team member would facilitate if needed, until they get to a maturity point where we don't even need no specific facilitator, because we all are already good like that. Once we connect, we already know what's expected, and everybody is just proactively, volunteering or taking it upon themselves to just communicate to the rest of the team the progress, you see. So that's how I have done it. But in the beginning, while you're still guiding them, I'm making sure I first explain to them the purpose of this meeting, why we are here, who is supposed to be here and who is supposed to be here, or who is required here and who is not required here. Let me put it that way. I don't want to say who is supposed to be here, because most managers don't like that. So who is required here and who is not required here. I make sure they are clear on that. And then I also make sure we are clear on who does what. I make sure we're also clear on the expected outcome. Once we are clear on that, and then we all get it, in the beginning, I would facilitate by just saying something like, I'll call out names. I'll call out names, and then when I call out names, I make sure that they are talking among themselves. They communicate among themselves. A cue that I'll catch to tell me that if these people understand it and they are not reporting to me. Let's say if I call out James, and James is about to, communicate, and then James says something like, okay, Karen, yesterday I did this and I was strong. Yesterday I did this, and today I'm trying to accomplish, this piece of work. If they are calling my name and referring to me or speaking to me, I know that they don't get it, that they are reporting to me. So when I see some people do that when we are in a daily Scrum, I typically say something like, okay, let's just make sure that you're not reporting to me, because you may be saying the best things or the right thing to the wrong person, because I can definitely not help you with your development work right now. So how about talking to your team members? So I nicely redirect the conversation, redirect them on how they should be doing it. You see, and most of the time when I say that, they'll just laugh like, oh, okay. They just laugh about it, and then they're like, okay, no problem. And then they will now talk to the team. You see, they'll be talking among themselves. And then sometimes I would see a team member talking to me or talking to, let's say they're trying to, it's a work that, so James and Max is the one talking, right? Max is the one talking, and then Max is talking about a work that concerns James. They need James' input, but they are not actually talking directly to James. They're saying something like, okay, James, I'll be needing your help in whatever. James, I reached out to you yesterday, but I did not get any response. They will be talking like James is not in that meeting. Meanwhile, James is there. You see, they'll be talking generally like James is not in that meeting. So when I catch things like that, I'll be like, okay, are you actually talking about James? James is right here. You didn't notice? Yeah, he's in the meeting. So can you? Yeah. So if you would talk like James is here, I'll just necessarily say something like that, and then they'll laugh about it. But most of the time, when things like that happen, what I've noticed is that it's usually deeper than that. It's more a psychological safety thing. It's more of they're scared to speak up. Some people are like that. So I will now go behind the scene and work with them to overcome that psychological safety thing. Yeah. So that is really it for this video. If you're looking to get more learning on Scrum, on Agile coaching, on safe training, please visit our website www.beingagileconsulting.com. Enroll in one of our programs and we'll be more than happy to assist you. If you're looking to earn a certification, we would definitely be glad to walk you through our customized training so that you become an exceptional Scrum Master. We have end-to-end solutions for those that are still starting and they're looking to get a job. We can walk you through our end-to-end solutions, get you trained, get you certified, help you through mentoring and coaching, helping you land the job and give you the support you need while you are on the job. So we offer different programs, but all I know is that what we are doing, it works. It works. We've helped many people. We are so grateful for that, and we still want to help many people. So please reach out to us, send us an email, give us a call on WhatsApp, text us, email, visit our website, enroll directly on our website. We'll be more than delighted to help you through this journey. Thank you so much and have an amazing weekend.